Hey y'all, welcome back to the Chill podcast. My name is Diamond Rayon, and as your film nerd bestie, it is my job to make sure that I steer you in the right direction. This year especially, I have really noticed that everybody thinks that they're a film critic, and I am here to burst your bubble. Social media film critics, I'm on your Okay, so when it comes down to being a social media film critic, or just a film critic in general, there really is levels to this. Like, it's not just, oh, I like watching movies, so I'm gonna go talk about it now, I'm a film critic. No. In order to officially be considered a film critic, you have to have one of two things. One, either a background in film, or two, a background in journalism. Does it help to have both? Yes. The reason why it's important to pretty much have one or the other is because if you're gonna really dissect a movie, which is what film critics do, you have to understand what you're looking for. You have to understand lighting. You have to understand composition. You have to understand camera work. You have to understand writing, acting, everything that comes down to it, sound design, every piece that comes down to making a movie, you have to be able to dissect. You have to be able to pick apart. You have to be able to tell somebody, hey, this movie was good because of A, B, C, or D. And if you don't know what you're watching, can you really do that effectively? No. When you think film critic, you need to think blogger, like genuine blogger. I watched this movie. This is what I thought about this movie from beginning to end. If you've ever read an actual blog, then you know what I'm saying. Like, it'll say, oh, this will take you 8 minutes to read. This will take you 10 minutes to read. That's a real critic because you know that what they're doing is picking apart every element of that movie and explaining to you why you should or shouldn't see it. Another thing about film critics, they're not biased. Like, if a movie was bad, it was bad, but every movie has some type of good element to it. Whether that's the acting, whether that's the camera work, whether that's the editing, that's something that film critics actually talk about. That's what I think sets a film critic apart from a film reviewer. A film reviewer is more so somebody who, oh, I like this movie, you should go watch this movie. Oh, I didn't like this movie, I don't think y'all should go watch this movie. It didn't make sense. When Sinners came out, you saw a lot of film reviewers. When Him came out, you saw a lot of film reviewers. Critics take the time to tell you what exact part of the movie they thought was terrible, what exact part of the movie they thought was good. A reviewer is just going to be a general, here's a blanket statement about this, either see it or you don't. Film critics essentially are film journalists, and that's how they need to be treated. They are journalists. So whenever they're writing about these things, please know that everything they say is factual. Please know that they are not making up anything. Everything they say either has a textbook behind it, research behind it, interviews. They can back up everything that they write down, everything that comes out of their mouth. A film reviewer would just pull something out their that's it. Like, they don't care where it's from. They just gonna say it because it's just their opinion and they want you to hear their opinion. I feel like this conversation is important to have because film critics can really make or break a movie, and I have seen way too many movies be underappreciated because somebody went on TikTok and told people to not go watch the movie. When you really think about a film critic and you think about like websites to trust or apps to trust, always trust people who, and I know this may sound crazy, but trust people who actually studied this stuff. Trust people who, hey, I went to film school. Hey, I took a film class. Hey, I work in the film industry. Those are the ones that you need to listen to when it comes down to should I or should I not watch this movie or this TV show. Film reviewers, that's just passion. That's just people who I like watching movies and I'm going to tell you about it. And even though I don't really like them that much, but Rotten Tomatoes is a really good place to really dictate critics versus reviewers. Critics are the ones that's on the tomato meter, while the reviewers are the ones on the popcorn meter. So when you be seeing movies that's like, oh, it has certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, what they're really saying is, these critics really enjoyed this movie. Certified Fresh is based on critics, actual film critics, actual certified critics for Rotten Tomatoes. You have to go through like a process to be considered a critic on Rotten Tomatoes. You have to have a certain amount of followers. You have to have certain websites. It's very, very, very particular what you have to do to be deemed a film critic. But I understand because Rotten Tomatoes ratings holds a lot of weight in the film industry. And they need to make sure that everybody who is putting out information about this movie is vetted. So if you're not vetted, you can't be deemed as a tomato meter critic. You can be like a regular reviewer and fall under the popcorn meter. So if y'all ever actually open up Rotten Tomatoes, go to like your favorite movie, you'll see two ratings. The first rating will have like tomato meter, and it will not have that many reviews, y'all. It will have under 300, under 200, but the popcorn meter will have over 1,000. That's the reviewers. That's the people who like you and me. And honestly, I don't deem myself a film critic, but I technically fall into the category because I did study film. And for those who don't know, I did study mass comm originally. So I do have a journalism background in a way and a film background. So technically I am a film critic. Whenever I make these reviews and videos for you, I'm more of a film reviewer because I've accepted that my audience doesn't really understand half the stuff that I be talking about, but it's okay. It's okay because I do have a video coming out just for you. I think it's important for everybody to fully understand all the working parts that come together to make a movie. It's more than just a writer, it's more than a producer, it's more than a director, it's more than an actor. You literally have so many crew positions, and that's what I studied. I studied production design. That's set design, that's prop making, that's the art department. That's what I went to school for. I've found passions and love in editing, in sound design, now producing. Would love to be a producer. I say all that stuff to say, even though technically I am considered a film critic by definition, I tailor my reviews to my audience. Sometimes y'all don't be wanting to hear the full film jargon breakdown of certain movies. Sometimes y'all do just want a general brush, and that's fine. I got you. When you go on websites like Letterboxd, that's reviewers and critics in the same atmosphere. And you can always tell which one wrote it. Like, you can always tell if a critic wrote it or if a film reviewer wrote it because of how detailed the review will actually be. Some movies I do have detailed reviews, but some movies I just put a little 1-2 so that it can be added to my film log. That's the one thing about Letterboxd that gets on my nerves. You actually have to type something for it to be added to your film log. But when you go on Letterboxd, y'all can see it's free to sign up. So please don't feel intimidated. Go make you a Letterboxd and follow me. When you go on Letterboxd, you can see people who have watched like 1,000 movies this year, or have watched over 200, who have watched over like 2,000, 3,000 movies. Letterboxd has only been around for like 10 or so years. Whenever I do my Letterboxd, sometimes I'll be seeing movies and I'll be like, oh, I saw that movie before, and I'll go mark it. So I really don't put a review at all. I feel like Letterboxd is a good space for film critics and film reviewers to get along and live harmoniously amongst each other. Versus Rotten Tomatoes, I feel like puts critics and reviewers against each other. When it comes down to like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, I feel like people who take the time to hop on YouTube and make full videos about movies, those are critics. Because they're really analyzing those movies, especially the ones that be going through and doing like the Easter eggs or this ending explained. Those are critics because they really pay very close attention to details. And reviewers are the ones that hop on TikTok and tell you to not go watch this movie because they were confused and nothing made sense. You get where I'm going with that? A good critic is more of a philosopher. A good critic is more so wanting you to understand the deeper hidden message in the set design, in why they wore those particular clothes, and why they structured this cup right here, why this line was delivered in this manner. That's what critics want you to see. They want you to see what the directors and the writers saw when they were creating this stuff. A reviewer, they just want you to show up. A reviewer, I don't hate reviewers, but I hate that being a film reviewer and being a film critic has such a fine line in between the two that oftentimes people get a little lost with who to trust. Oh, I liked this reviewer. Oh, this reviewer said that. Oh, I saw this video and they said that they didn't like this. And then the comments on this video said that they also didn't like this. It's because their audience is a bunch of nitwits who don't know anything about cinema. If you're not going to take the time to really look over this film and really study the film. Critics don't always watch movies one time. Critics sometimes watch them 2-3 times and make a review. Critics sometimes watch them in rooms with other critics, so their movie watching experience is very different and they're watching it through a different lens because everybody is studying certain elements of that movie. I know this video wasn't super long, but I just had to get a lot of this stuff off of my chest because at the end of the day, way too many movies are being underappreciated way too many movies are being pushed out of theaters. Way too many movies aren't getting the credit that they deserve because of people who don't know what they're talking about, feeling like they have the right to share their opinion on the internet. And even though I believe in free speech, okay? If you don't know what you're talking about, let's limit the camera time on the topic. That's all I have to say for today. Hope you have a wonderful rest of y'all's day. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Share this if you're on podcasts, if you're on Spotify. Just push this video out. See y'all next time. Bye.